Pope's pro-life challenge, respect all life, oppose death penalty. By Miss and Rose T. Tubit Section D 8:30 to 10 o'clock a.m.
This topic is the Pope's pro-life challenge. Respect all life and oppose death penalty. Pope Francis fight for the death penalty in correctional institution since it is incompatible with the gospel of the Lord.
Pope Francis is the head of the Catholic Church and sovereign of the Vatican City-State. Francis is the first pope to be a member of the Society of Jesus, the first from the Americas, the first from the Southern Hemisphere, and the first pope from outside Europe since Gregory III, a Syrian who reigned in the 8th century.
This is a picture of Pope Francis. At the time of Blessed Paul VI in 1960, Catholic Church became more and more important the use of capital punishment, which is the death penalty, because it is the right of the state to punish offenders, most especially the death penalty. Saint John Paul II in 1995 wrote a letter discussing to fight against the using of capital punishment. Pope John Paul II wrote that there is a growing evidence of disagreement on capital punishment, which is the death penalty. There is also another way of sentencing criminals stated,
but said that one sign of hope was the increasing opposition around the world to capital punishment. There's evidence of a growing public opposition to the death penalty, even when such a penalty is seen as a kind of legitimate defense on the part of society.
Pope John Paul II created a catechism in Catholic Church which strengthened the anti-death penalty posture 2 years later.
The text says that given the means at the state's disposal to effectively repress crime by rendering inoffensive the one who has committed it, without depriving him definitively of the possibility of redeeming himself, cases of absolute necessity for suppression of the offender today are very rare, if not practically non-existent.
Until the anti-death penalty of Pope John Paul II has the development of the Catholic Church. Until such time, Pope Francis accepted and welcomed the death penalty. Although this custom was restricted in the most countries by the 15th century, releasing prisoners during Easter time and requests by church authorities to pardon or reduce sentences for offenders remained for countries with the later still in existence in a modified form. Though the old correctional institutions are destroyed, it is changed into a new correctional institution which has more security and managed. Still, there is a religion inside the institution. According to Edward Fesser, the teaching of Saint John Paul II is non-binding and prudential judgment, which means there is no legal actions on the Saint John Paul's proposition to death penalty. This is Edward Fesser. Edward Fesser is a professor of philosophy at California's Pasadena City College of author by Man Shall His Blood. According to Fesser, whether that person commits crime, he or she must accept what kind of crime he did. He or she must accept the consequences of his doing. He said that if you have sinned, you need to accept the punishment, even it is brutally or not. But Father Jesuit John the Pope fight at the back of Pope Francis. He supported the Pope Francis opposing which is the death penalty.
Saint John Paul said that emphasized those limits to the point of saying that now that it is easier to keep a murderer in jail for life, the necessary conditions for legitimacy are practically non-exist. Thank you for watching. God bless us all.